Will it blend? That is the question. Just for fun, I went around the office and I stole every single car key fob that I could find. Let's see what happens when I blend them. And I even have a blender remote. What's that?
Yes, it blends. And with that word from our sponsors, we're on to Blender, the actual blender. Did it blend? So let's see. We should switch to. Let me close this. Let's see. Desktop scene. All right. Welcome, lads. So once again, for the second time, actually, I had no time, or at least not the time I would have expected to have, to make a certain model I was requested. This one's for FGOG, and it's very related to the video you saw, not now, the one before, the Pador one. And it's this one. Sodom's Beast Draco from Arcade. You'll see who that is, if you don't know much about FGO. With Granoda. Let's see, it's here. Yes. And it's very small here. I need to let me switch on the screencast keys. There we go. Turn off the preview on the monitor. I forgot to put on some music. Let me switch to headphones first, which is comfier. There we go. And I had it here. Let me see. That should be around fine as volume, actually. Maybe here. A bit loud. Let's try it like this. If it's still too loud, let me know. Even so, thanks to the auto DAC I've set, you should still be able to hear me because the music gets quieter when I'm talking. Alright, and last thing. It's a Pepsi. Just had dinner, lunch. I need some energy. Alright. So, here we are, and here's the model, and here's the screencast keys. Then you press S to scale, and 100 should be. There we go. And this model has got, let me create this panel here, outline. There we go. It's got a lot of meshes. Also the skeleton is a bit annoying now. Let me hide that. There we go. There she is. Don't mind the colors for now. Man, very good. This is one of the beasts, and she looks kinda like Saber from Fate Extra or Nero. She's got a few things I would like to add to the head model. These crowns on her shoulders. The rest is all gonna go away. So first of all, you got a lot of meshes which are just for for the various expressions. I'm just gonna keep the regular one for now. So with B, I can do a box selection. You normally do a box selection here, for example, and only select the stuff you want. But you can also do it here on the outliner. Just select a few and the other. Instead of clicking each of them and deleting each of them, you can select all and then right click and do a select. There we go, now they're all selected. Then with G, translate them elsewhere. Just to take a look. Like the many mask of Atano Kokoro. And adds to delete. Much cleaner. I can go to the red. Let's see. This one first. Oh, that's something. Anyway, I might need to leave some of these. No, the neck is fine. Normally, when deleting the body, you should leave the top part here, so you can use it to close the hole below the head. In this case, that's not needed because the actual head does have a bit of neck. So you can do here this and this. Do a scale to 0, and there we go. Neck is closed. And then I do Ctrl plus to extend the selection by 1 row of vertices, and then scale that too, but less. There we go. Now we get the hole, but it doesn't look as peaky. We can do this. So we can delete some other stuff, but being careful because I cannot delete this as it is. There's some parts that go on the head. So I need to enter edit mode. And for the people who don't know Blender much, these are the meshes, which are each part of the model. And each mesh is composed of various vertices and faces. We got the dots are the vertices, the lines connecting to the vertices are the edges. They're called edges. For example, here we got the edge selected, and if you select 3 of them, you got a face or triangle, but they're not always triangles. Anyway, the point is that what I'm doing here is that when you select a mesh, if you want to delete part of the mesh, you need to enter edit mode, and it's like as if each mesh were a single layer on Photoshop. So if you want to edit that layer, you need to enter the layer with edit mode, which is also tab, not this one, this. Alright, so I can click on this one, enter edit mode, select, for example, I could select every part except this and delete it, but it's faster to select this and invert the selection with Ctrl I. Man, I pressed Ctrl O. Ctrl I, there we go. I did it already. Ctrl I. And that inverts the selection. So now I can delete everything with X and delete the vertice. Now this part is also linked to a lot of stuff. So again, this time I'm gonna select this, invert the selection and delete. We're getting there. Clock, you can go away. Okay, let me undo. There we go. We got 2 clocks here actually. One that is for the part outside and one that is for the part inside. If you look at the geometry, you should be able to see it normally, but you cannot see it. That's because the normals, which is an arrow, a property of each face. It's an arrow pointing outwards. Let me see, show normals, or the vertices. These are the normals. They show the direction of each vertex and face. Not for the face, no, okay. No, just for the vertices. Okay, they show the direction. if it's pointing towards you, you can see the stuff that's in it. If it's pointing the other side, you cannot see it. That's how most game renders work. So they don't have to render each thing from both sides. It saves a lot of processing power. It's also used as a trick for showing the outline, for example, on many anime models. So, this model was made for a game. If you want to see the clock from both sides, you need to make two and have each of them pointing in opposite ways. If we look at the one inside, which is this one, we see that the normals are pointing inside. There we go. So you can only see it from inside. That's it. And delete both. This. And the body, I guess, is fine. Yeah. This. Huh. Wonder why it's separated from the rest. I see, because it's yeah, it's the part that goes inside that globe thingy. And using a lot of content. This just to see how it was. Okay, the good thing about Blend is that you can press Ctrl Alt C and see the list of all the actions you've done. This is the latest one, and I've undone up to here, and I can undo until the original, the very moment I've imported it, or I can go back forth to where I was. Yeah, very rare. Check the preview. 1 second. Alright. So I can delete these two. It was there just so the main body could be symmetrical, I guess. There we go. And we got just the head and the crowns. And now I need to remove all this color that's here. I can do it by going to the data tab, and there it is, vertex colors. This should never be left when converted to Blender, to PES, I mean, PES format. Because PES does actually look at them, and if you get them, it will make the model look like jelly. It's used for the hair animations on some of the IRL players like Messi. So delete it and now spare. Actually just join them all together and delete it just once, but I'm almost done anyway. So now let me check if there are some meshes left which I can still delete. Maybe this one for the teeth, yeah. Since I'm not gonna make her open her mouth, it can go away. Oral, same. This is the inner part of the mouse. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, that's good enough. Now, the textures. I need to texture. And the latest Blender stream was when I made Ellie for the Bad Apple model on 98Who. This is Draco from FGO Arcade. Or FGOG, FGOG. Right, so as I said, I need the textures, and there's a lot of textures here. I actually don't need most of them. For example, for the eye, you got the specular map, which shows how reflective each part is, and this is the normal map, which gives a bit of extra detail, 3D detail to the model. For example, the eye here is flat, but if you put a normal map like this on it, it would look as if it's got a bump on it, but only when seen under the light. It only affects how the light reflects on it. If you look at it from the side, it will still look flat. It's a bit weird, but maybe I'll show you another day. So I need to check which of these yeah. Any of these? Oh, yeah. Didn't even notice. Well, because I was talking. Ah, yeah, that's true. Anyway, most models tell you which texture they need already here if you go to the texture tab. So I just need to check them out here. For example, for each of them I can copy and paste it on the name. Makes them easier to assign there. Crown again. When you see model is using the same texture as another, then just click and join, Ctrl J, instead of putting the name twice. And let me check the peak. Oh, nice. With this. I don't need to give a name to this one, it's already cheap. I will go with face. And this one's face too, so. Very nice. So this is, oh, I see, it's a cheek. This one is another and a duplicate of the face, and I'm gonna show you why. I'm gonna assign face first. Now that I got a small number of meshes, I can just go back to using this one on the top right, and this is gonna go back to the UV image editor. There we go. Now when I'm in edit mode, I can see the UVs. Alright, so let me assign to it with Alt O the face, and there is face C0, C1, C0. Now there it is. And that's the cheek on top of it. Cheek should be this. It's supposed to be a little transparent. It's made for the blush effects. I can just delete it actually. Right, rest, armor. Something important if you're kind of new to Blender is that before assigning a texture here, you should make sure that all the mesh is selected. Because when you open an image, it will only be assigned to any selected vertices. So armor, there it is. If it makes sense, it makes sense. Man, this is a very low resolution. I'm surprised. Look at this pixels. How large is that texture? 512 per 512. That large. Pretty much large. For something that's such under the spotlight like that, I think I'm gonna try to improve that. I'm gonna try with waifu wets. just... wait a second. There we go. Never mind, I was picking the specular instead of the actual main texture. It's banned. This is probably the next one now. Right, so let me actually grab the proper one. It makes sense for the specular to be much lower resolution since it's just for the reflection and stuff. There we go, much better. You should try controlling yourself. Right. Good. Let's see. Close. Close, yes. Yes, this one. Nice. Nice red. The big one. Nice. Pretty nice. Even without shaving, yeah. It's made to be used without shaving. The one I want. Guys, look. The hair. In there. No? We got all of them. Yeah, of course. There she is. We got all of them. No, there are two ways to put this together. Because right now you cannot use this on best. You need to assign the textures here. On the texture settings for the MBL model. I can either keep them all separate or keep the textures and keep keep the textures separate, or I can merge all the textures. Or you can keep grouping, or I can merge all the textures to one. So I'll try that this time. Let me try looking for it. How's it called? I had a tool for this. If it's here. I think I actually installed it. Yeah, there it is. Free texture packer. It's a tool that Tomato recommended to everyone. Pretty nice because you can, instead of doing like usual, which is grab all the textures one by one and place this, distribute. The classic way is grab all the textures, and resize the ones that are too large, of course. None should be larger than 1024. And you resize the canvas. Example. Bots. And place all the textures one next to the other. Possibly aligning them properly, but I'm just giving an example. This, and all the others. I need to make it larger. And after this, you grab the UVs from each model and place them, make them smaller and place them on each part. But now, instead of having to place them manually here on Paint.net, which is one of the most annoying parts because I like doing things pixel perfect, so it takes me a while. This is the program. You can just drop here, and here we go. Well, I actually first need to scale those two. which I have done already, so I just need to save them. This bunker and others. Here I'm missing one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Armor, close, crown, eye, face, hair, almost close, crown, armor, close, close. Wait, I had it. Ah, I see. I've used it as the main canvas and then closed it. Anyway, so the problem here is that if I want them to fit in a single, so let me just clear these and add them again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and 3. I've got 4 textures which are 1024. 5 textures actually. So they cannot all fit. I still need to resize 2 of them to fit them into a single 2K texture. Otherwise I can just give it width 4096 and they fit all in a single texture. I think I'm gonna do that this time. Power of 2 are very important. And now we can save it. Port and test PNG. Let's pass this one. Logitech is failing me today. Let's port. Test. There it is. And this is the texture we need. This is the pass we take when we want a single texture. And yeah, my Otis is trigger. This way is actually not as efficient, but it makes them more compatible with PES16 and 17. And since we might get back to that later, might as well. Alright, so here, now we can go through each of them again, open that texture there, and now we got it here. It's still covering the whole canvas, and I need to resize this to this. First I'm gonna do a S.5, so it's half the size. And now it's fine vertically, but it's still double the width. And that's why I really didn't want to make a wide texture. Wide. So I need to scale it only along the X axis. So I press S, X, and this limits the scaling to the X axis. And now I can press again .5, and there we go. Now it's the perfect size, just off from where it should be. And so I need to move here with G. And how do I move it perfectly there? With Control. If you hold Control, it will do things in steps of 1/8. So if I put it here like this, now it's perfect. No, actually, there we go. Now it's perfect. And now we can see that if we undo, it looks pretty much the same. Actually, yeah, a little less detailed, but that less detail is actually better, maybe. Okay, now with the rest. And after opening a texture for the first time, you don't need to do Alt-O every time. You can just pick it from the list of loaded textures, which is here. So it's here. So this one is closer, so it goes here. Ah, it's already where it should be. It's again too large. S.5, S.5, and there we go. It looks the same. If I want to crash to curve during F or Alta, it would be a little hard for it to happen during Alta since it's second match today, I think. And the others haven't said it at all, but I kind of think that those crashes were caused by solar storms. The solar storm that's been happening the whole week. Sometimes when some particles from the space, this kind of sounds like ads stuff, but it happens for real. You can find it on Wikipedia. Some particles from the space can go through the atmosphere, and if they happen to hit one of your chips, they can flip a bit from 0 to 1 or vice versa, and so what's called soft error can happen. So your programs may crash for no reason, without anything causing them. Okay, this is fine. How long do we have still? A lot of time. Yeah, cosmic rays. This one I need to scale it twice. It won't beep. And I mean, it might sound a little strange for it to happen twice in a row, one day and then the next day, but it can still happen. Lightning can strike twice. So thanks to simple damage. The sun is rigging again. LG here. This is the last one. And it goes here. There we go. Something kind of important to watch out for is that the UVs, let me put full screen here. The UVs should not be too close to the edge. Because if you get the top row, for example, here, it might look fine, but when you get very far away, not that far away, kind of like here, you start seeing parts of orange, of brown on her. That's because the textures used on very far models are lower quality, so they can start seeping to the edges. So it's important for them not to be that close. This model is perfect, but when you see something that's very close, you should bring it a little farther. No? There you go. Right. It's fine even without an overlay. So we got all of them. And why did we do this shit? To combine all of them? So that now we can merge them into a single mesh. And now we got the materials here on the material tab. We're gonna delete all of them. Another new one, which has constant. This is gonna give me the shader and technique name for pass constant, the properties which are the default ones. Two-sided, yeah, it's fine. And now I can go to texture tab, and the FMDL plugin, when choosing a preset, not only gives you a texture, shader and technique and stuff, but it also makes a new texture for you, which you can just fill in. I'm gonna call it Draco. With cats. That means now this texture I need to resave it from PNG, which is now to DDS, and call it Draco. Cool. Let's see, DST5 should be fine. Man, 10.7. It's true. It should be fine. Meet maps with good quality. There we go. That's it. Okay. Getting close. what is this? No idea. I wish I had the times on the... there we go. So this is 32. Lively journey. Right, so last thing, which is for me one of the most boring ones, is getting it to an FMDL. I forgot the directory, but that comes later. I can add it later. Yeah. Thankfully, there's always someone on the comments adding them. Here. So now I need to grab a template. I'm gonna grab it from fgog itself. Exports. CS2 should be fine. Now someone, not Tamago. Someone with just a head-only model. Maybe this? No, this is arcade. Maybe? This should be fine. Copy. Yeah, I guess. Boss. EGL adds to 1. One day, this is day 5. Yeah, no, 6. There we go. And fuck, I'm gonna have to look at the roster to see the number. Let's collab with yourself again. So this is the 23, 22, 21. I'm gonna tell the VGL guys to watch out for the number. Maybe I should import the sales file actually. Let's see if it's on the wiki page. Just to make sure. There we go. They never make it zip. Fuck it. I can open it from here. So now I'm gonna scroll to fgog by typing regen. It's not there? What? I see, because it's got the color in front. Anyway, collabing with yourself is 20. Good to know. Arcade wins once again. Alright, that's it. So the 0 goes to the right. Portrait goes away because it's already on the portrait folder. And there's a lot of useless stuff here. These 3. Skin color. Keep it. So now I open another window of Blender. Now it's working. And there it is. Yep. Dumb hat, very dumb. You can see that on this model I've done some white painting. Yes. I painted a bow to the chest. I'll have to do a similar thing now with the crowns. the clavicles should be fine. Yeah. Anyway, so this is here, and I think it's fine. I need to free it from the chains of its original skeleton. Now I need to do Alt P to clear parent while keeping transformation. There we go. Now it's a single mesh on its own. Because if I do this, never I've done it. If I delete the original one, there we go. It's dead. The point here is that this object, let's call it, originally was like this, and it had a rotation to get to where it is. If you delete it without clearing that rotation from the mesh, that mesh will go back to where it was at first. So what I need to do is, again, clear the relationship between them. She has been disowned. Not many good things that should do is the chapters. One of the not so many, but good. Tone looks weird. Kind of low resolution. Anyway, let's copy and paste. There we go. I need to move it up a bit. Man, why it's so stuttery? Anyway, along the C axis. It's a little small. Maybe not. Yeah, it is. Let me enlarge it by... Wait a second. Since her point of reference is here, that's called the origin dot. If I scale, it will pivot along the origin. But I want to scale her along her actual geometry. So I need to enter edit mode, and now I can scale it like that. I'm gonna do a 10% size. That should be better. I can barely see shit now. Should be fine. That's better. Maybe another step. No. She's supposed to be small anyway. Right, so this one can go to the side. This one can stay there. Wait a second. The neck. The neck is the most important part. That's why I wanted to import her mod, but it looks like this mod has everything in one. So I need to take off just everything except the neck. With Ctrl L you can do a selection that will cover everything connected to your selection. So now I got all the neck selected, invert and delete. There we go. Now I need to exit. There we go. On this part I didn't have the screencast keys, sorry. That's looking kind of better, but you see there's a big disconnect between the skin tones. That's why we have a skin color texture here. I need to grab a little bit of Monica in my this color here and fill it here. Now if I go here, it's taken from that texture. Need to make it take from a second. I can do that instead. The color is actually for the hands usually, so in this case it doesn't matter. What I need to do now is grab this. No, that's it. Copy paste this here. I can delete this, and there we go. And now this one needs to be assigned to the new texture. There we go. So now I can place this here. So it will gain a nice gradient compared to having a solid flat color. I need to rotate it, but not like that, along itself. There we go. Place it here. It's looking better, but adjust it a bit. Perfect. Almost. Good enough. This one's got its texture already. I just need to give it a proper pass. Because if you look at the neck, which I'm gonna call neck at this point. There we go. This is just okay. The neck has got head. That's not good enough. It needs to be dragged out. And the pass is proper. This is the pass that textures usually use. Assets best 16. Just look at Konami being so lazy. They have used the same name since PES 16, which is when they switched on consoles to the new Fox engine. Model, character, face, real. This is the ID, which doesn't actually matter. I can even type 00060 because the compiler takes care of replacing that with the actual ID. And then source images. That's where the textures go. So this is the proper texture path for a face model. If it were Boots model, it would be Boots here or something like that, and a different ID. It can be whatever, but it does need to be 5 digits. Otherwise the plugin that replaces the ID won't be able to recognize it. And even worse, it replaces it by overwriting it. If you have a 3-digit ID or something like that, or 2, you won't be able to replace it because it would need to make the pass larger. And if you make stuff larger on a binary, on hexadecimal, you get fucked. Everything has its proper position. Okay, drag, and that's fine. Now for the skeleton, let me check something here. Cast shadow. I need skeleton is kinda skeleton head. Now I can do this and drop. It all needs to be inside here, otherwise it won't get spotted. That's how the plugin recognizes the C. You see, object is this one. Everything inside the object will get spotted. So this one was almost fine, but it needs a proper pass. So I can copy it from the other one. Copy and paste. And that's it. The model is done? Not really. Last step, which I tend to forget sometimes. Weight painting. We got... Okay, neck has got a lot of vertex groups which are best named. That's the best names. Head still has a lot of vertex groups which are from the original model. Where for the skeleton which had a lot of stuff on it. So I don't need them. They were useful for posing, but since this is a head-only model, I don't need them. So delete of groups, and now I can just paint everything to head if I want. Take head. Actually, let me do this. Let me transfer weights from neck to head. So I can get all the groups for free. Key. Transfer weights by name. There we go. This is very important because if you go by order, for some reason it will only transfer one group. Only by doing by name it will transfer all the groups. That's that. Now we got all these weights here, which are very, very badly arranged. because there was nothing on overlapping her. But anyway, what I wanted to do now is just have the groups. I can enter, oh no, I'm already on paint mode. This, I can do a mask selection. And now with Shift K, I will assign full weight. I can do normalize all, and now all the other groups will have 0 weight. Ah, wait a second, I didn't detect this too. There we go, normalize. There we go. Now all the other groups have a 0 weight. Keeping random, not pass 5 with different boot glove, face glove setup. Ah, pass 5. Yeah, that's true, actually. What I wanted to do actually was asking foreground to add them to here. Kinda like we have here with a few presets. Really nice to have here a button which gives you a few to select from. I keep forgetting to ask him. And the Pepsi's done. More Pepsi. That's it. So the head is actually fine like this. It can all be painted to the head bone, but the crowns are not fine like this. If she turns her head, and actually let me show you here because I can do that. By selecting the skeleton. I can see shit. Ah, there we go. Head. If she turns her head... wait a second, it's not assigned. There we go. Now, if she turns her head... I've got an unpainted vert then. That's a good coincidence. But anyway. See, see. There we go. The crowns will go with her. And that's not what I wanted. I want the crowns to stay on her shoulders. Second. So let me take care of that that's here. You see, that's a couple of painted vertices. There we go. This is why you should normally not use bot select to try and select the whole model. It's better to use A, which is just select or deselect all. You should not to miss with that. Anyway. It takes so long to exit edit mode. I don't know if the crowns are supposed to be so close to her head. They're kinda clipping into her. But anyway, what I'm gonna do now is grab a regular model. Templates, FDM, some other. There we go. I'm gonna place it here just to see where the shoulders are normally on a regular player. Now I can grab the crowns. Not gonna be easy again. I'm leaving a lot behind because they're not completely connected. Wait a second, I can do... No. A great thing about Blend is that you can select stuff not only on that 3D space where it can be hard, for example here. I want to select the crown and not her hair, but also on the 2D space. So since everything here is selected, but some places are not, I can just select the rest. Ta-da! Now the crown is selected. Perfect. Except for this, which is this. And maybe these two. Okay. Now the problem is that I have selected both crowns by doing this. Oh shit, it's done. Let's see another one. This one was that. Maybe here. Yes. Pretty good. That was here. The problem is that since we got the two crowns overlapped here, both here and here, I have selected both. That's not a problem. It's easier to unselect stuff than selecting stuff. And now, finally, we get the crown. So now, I need to be accurate here. Let me check something. You can go here to the options and do edge mirror. No? Yes, kinda. When you get a perfectly symmetrical model, if you do this edge mirror and topology mirror, you can do the same stuff on both sides. That can be very useful. But it looks that this model isn't perfectly symmetrical, so that's gone. Wait a second, what happened here? It's all out of place. Let me undo this. Ah, there we go. What? Was that when I selected the mirrors? Ah, okay, I see. I did a test here and then pressed right click to cancel. But even if I cancelled, it went back to the symmetrical position with everything else going out. So fuck it. I cannot use that. Anyway, I just placed them by hand. I wanted to do the same movement for both. I think this is fine. Oh, not fine at all. But I'm gonna do that later with both of them selected. Actually, let me check something. Let me do this. H. With H you hide something. And it's useful because even if you select something, with Alt H you hide that thing and it's already selected. So you don't need to select it again. That's gonna come in handy later. I think we're done? No, not at all. Let me select that red stuff there. This. There we go. Something I love about Blender is that when you're moving stuff, you can hold Ctrl to do it by steps, which is perfect. But you can also hold Shift to do it by small steps, let's say. It's not by step, but it's gradual, like normal. Something happened. Ah, never mind. Just finish, like that. You can move it. You see, this is a one-to-one movement. But if I'm holding Shift, the movement is gonna be much smaller. So you can do precision stuff like that. There we go. Should be fine. Now let me unhide the other one. And then I need it here. I think I fucked myself, but I can do it. The problem is that if I deselect the crown on the left, it's gonna be hard to select the again because of the hair every time. But if I move them to the top, it should be fine. There we go. It's like a pass. Now to the back. Y, and now you see the green line. After pressing Y, the transform, in this case translate, is constricted to one axis. There we go, very good. Let me see it here. Maybe a little further to the back. Y. There we go. Fuck, it doesn't look that good. Let's try something. Let me try bring it overlap a bit. Ah, shit. You can use the arrows to constrict the transform to another axis too. Let me move them back down a bit. Yeah, that's better. Good enough. Now I can delete this one, I don't need it anymore. Now I need to do some painting for those two. They're both selected. And let's see. So the clavicle should be fine. Clavicle L is for here. But let me do both. There we go. So the head is left without. And now clavicle R is this one. So I'm gonna unselect, deselect, and fill this one. Normalize, and it's good. Perfect. Now I can export it and give it a quick try and pass, and we're done. Ah, there's this thing here, actually. I could give it a different paint. Okay, I've selected it properly. I'm gonna assign it to the chest. Maybe to the neck. No, to the chest should be fine. There we go. So it stays still. Even when she moves her head again. And while I meet the fuck it, let's do this too. Now, then this one here to the chest. Extend the selection a bit. And move. And normalize. This way, you're gonna see in a second. If I move her head again, for one key, R, pocket. Maybe not a great idea. The problem here is that I need to join the vertices. But you get the point. Yeah, you see here the paint went to shit because they're not meshed. Let me just undo everything. Okay, now that I've selected all of them, I can do W, remove doubles. Okay, now they are meshed. Ah, fuck. Normals are fucked now. Never mind, I'm gonna cancel everything. I'm just gonna assign it again to the head. Ah, I think I selected this. Okay. Let me check if the crowns are still fine. Yeah, just leave it. Right, that's it. And spot. Yeah, nothing left to do. As you can see here on the top and on this new panel, which is gonna be on the next version of the starter pack, it is spotted successfully. Keep it. Alright, so let me test it on PES. Where could I test it? I guess on the actual team. Grab the save. save folder. I have no idea what is in most of these. I wish I had sorted them properly, but you really can't. And the model is here. The portal and everything. Before testing on PES, something you should always do is import it on Blender. Because if it's fine on Blender, it will probably be fine on PES. If it fails on PES, it will have failed on Blender properly. So. Is this normal? It's normal. Another quirk, I guess, with the texture. Yeah, it's here. Weird. Anyway, looks fine on PES, on Blender. Now, we can grab the export, compile it. What's the one I'm using? This one, no? This is the mid-cap I made a while ago. 32. 69, nice. There we go. Should be there already. Just check it very quick. Download the movie. Yep, it's here. And there's nothing below it, so it takes maximum priority. So now you can open PES. Let me mute it. It's already muted. This song sounds very familiar. Color. Should be fine enough to check it on edit mode. I guess I'm missing a few files here. Fuck. Missing the DT00 with the beans. Oh shit. Now how the fuck do I test it? Let me check the Fortune Cup teams for play with the head. Like one face. Quality. I'm gonna replace her mug for my test. It's gonna become A. And the face is fine already because it's got no ID. And that's it. Close. Oh fuck, wait a sec. Not fine. I wanted her, seriously. Should be fine. Not yet, not yet. There we go. See. Head's a bit small, but It's fine, I guess. Yeah. Just a little bit small, but not too much. You see a bit movement. Yep. Yep, the shoulders are perfect. The crowns. Okay, chip it. Okay, I'm gonna post this on the Discord and see you later for shooting games. I'm gonna keep the music going meanwhile. And now I'm gonna switch streams for the shooting games. See you there. Just a couple minutes.